The fastest way to change your life. It's going to sound stupid to a lot of you. You're not going to believe it, but it's this simple. Move. Literally change your environment. That's all it takes to completely transform your life. If you don't believe me, I was struggling. When I was 23, 24, I lived back home in my parents' house, close to my hometown, a very familiar environment where nothing really happened. It was a slow-paced life, and it just reminded me of growing up and just being a fucking bum, a loser. You know, when you're young, you're not very productive. The things you tend to do are just more for fun than they are for productivity. So I was stuck in this environment that nothing had ever really happened that was productive. And it just kept reminding me of all the dumb shit I would do, the fun I'd had, and this, and that. And I knew I needed to turn a page. I knew I couldn't just stay there because it was slow, it was boring, and it was unproductive. It reminded me of, it had too many unproductive cues in the environment. One day I decided, fuck it, I'm going to move. I'm going to move somewhere brand new. I have never been before, a day in my life where I know nobody or nothing. And I did that. I moved with a buddy of mine and we started a brand new social media page, grew it to over 1 million followers in less than a year, and then did that on multiple other platforms in less than a year as well. Moving out of your current environment is like the domino that knocks down everything else, right? You need to engage that domino so everything else can fall into place. You completely eradicate your visual cues that tend to leave you bummy, lethargic, slow, and not wanting to do anything. Your brain completely opens up to brand new stimuli, and it tends to make you want to go harder because we love novelty. You're more motivated to get up out of bed because you know there's new things to see. You're less likely to fall into bad habits because you don't see any of the cues in your environment that lead you down that path to doing that bad habit. You're less likely to hang out with people that are bad influences because you don't live around them anymore. The catalyst to change, there's a lot of them, but the most immediate one is simply moving and changing your environment. There's nothing else that comes close in my lifetime that I've experienced that led to exponential growth compared to moving. Nothing. If you're currently stuck, if you currently can't move forward, if you're currently sick of this routine that you're living, I'm telling you, pack up your shit and move. It doesn't even matter really where. You just need to get out of your environment. And you don't need people around you that you know. Honestly, when you first move, you should be alone because it's gonna force you to do things that you've never done before because you're not around people that you know. Every time I've ever moved, great things have happened. Even if the move was bad, I still learned a fuckload about life and just living alone and regions of the country that are good and bad. You just learn so much about yourself, about everything around you when you start moving. Get out of your environment, move.